Oh my gosh! It looks like you've done that all your life. I'm gonna eat some white chocolate while you work. That's okay?
Hey, Sugar Geeks! Liz and Christophe here. We're here at the Park Hyatt Aviara in San Diego to really be immersed in your environment.
Yes, and I'm really excited to having you and to kind of show you around all the resort. We just went through a $50 million renovation all across the resort, so banquet rooms, hotel rooms. You're gonna have a hard time.
All struggle through somehow. So if you've been watching the previous series in this chocolate series with Christophe, if you haven't, you're totally lost. Go back to the beginning of this playlist and check those out. But otherwise, we're continuing on
To the next level.
Next level.
So this week we're going to do a little flower arrangement for the top of a wedding cake.
Yep.
Made 100% in chocolate. Then we're going to do a little horse.
And what else are we doing?
We're going to continue a little bit on the chocolate bonbon. We'll cover a little airbrush technique and painting the molds. Everybody can do it.
So don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below, hit the bell so you're notified as soon as the next one comes out. Let's get started. First, we're gonna start off by tempering our chocolate, and we're using white chocolate for this flower.
Zephyr white chocolate from cacao berry, 34% cacao. Dark chocolate you will use at 32 degrees Celsius. On the white chocolate is going to be 29 to 30 degrees Celsius, the working temperature. Right now I'm just adding some white chocolate crystals to bring down the temperature faster.
So this chocolate is just out of the warming machine?
Yes.
Yes.
It's a warmer. We had the machine set at 45, 50 degrees Celsius. We're going to temper the chocolate and we bring down the machine to 30 degrees Celsius. So this way, once our chocolate is tempered, you can keep it into the warmer to the same temperature, and I will keep your chocolate tempered for a long period of time.
This is the cocoa butter we add?
Yes.
This is from the easy tempering machine that we learned about in the previous tempering video. Introducing the crystals at the correct temperature tempers the chocolate.
Exactly. And then you mix. Boom, boom, boom.
Bada boom.
Yes. Okay. Now we're good.
We are
Working temperature, it's 30. What we're gonna do next?
Eat it.
That's next.
Oh, okay.
But,
Okay. We gotta put it in something, right?
Before you put it on something, you always do something, right?
I don't know.
Tests.
Oh!
Oh gosh, I quit. So we do a little test. Voila. And in a few minutes, if we start to see that the white chocolate is crystallized and getting less, not tacky, we're good to go.
Okay, so we are going to be making some petals for our flower using these very lovely molds.
Those molds are from Il Design, created by Guillaume Mabillot, amazing pastry chef. He has been actually really a source of inspiration at the beginning of my career.
Oh.
Yeah, I used to work with him and I was watching him work and I was like, just one day I want to become like that.
Yeah? And now you're using his molds.
Yes.
You just talked to him.
Awesome.
We'll put a link to all of these tools and everything that Christophe is using in the description below.
You pour the white chocolate inside the piping
okay.
bag, just like that. Boom. I like to tighten my piping bag and to put like a nut like this. This is just a little trick, but guess what?
That way it doesn't ooze out the
Chocolate
bottom.
doesn't go on the bottom, right?
Smart.
Boom, boom.
How to work clean with Christophe.
Okay, so you pipe a little bit of white chocolate, temper, and you pinch to stop.
Okay, so we're putting the chocolate in the warmer.
You take the acetate, and then you take the...
And this is just squeezing out the excess chocolate, like,
Yes.
or making it flat.
To make it flat and take out the excess.
Okay.
And you're not gonna have any air bubble. You can remove the excess of chocolate. Huh? You want to work clean.
Do I have to tap this to get rid of bubbles usually, or no?
No, that's why you put the pressure with your spatula, and that's kind of, you're not gonna have any air bubble. Your turn.
Is that enough?
Yeah,
Okay.
a little bit over, it's okay.
So just what you're saying is do exactly the right amount.
Yes,
Got it.
I'm gonna eat some white chocolate while you work, it's okay?
Oh, I see how it is.
You know your chocolate will set pretty fast. Huh?
Yeah, I gotta go faster, faster, faster. Okay, I'm done.
Okay, I got this.
Okay. And then this goes here. And then...
Oh my gosh! It looks like you've done that all your life. That's awesome!
Is that okay?
Yes! And you clean this. Instead of holding your spatula like this, where your hands is really far away from your main task that you need to do, right? So I will just being closer to the extremity. And this way you have more control.
Okay.
And then it's just easier. So this is a sphere mold, and we're going to use this as the center of the flower. Pretty straightforward. We just fill up the mold all the way to the top.
Okay, so now this.
Going to use this as a base for the flower. So white chocolate.
And then this can go back into the warmer.
We put it in the warmer. Okay. We're gonna keep it tempered because we're gonna need it a little bit later. All right, let's go to the cooler, Liz.
Hi ho, off to the cooler we go.
All right, now we are going to do some RoboCoupe.
Some robo-poop. What is it?
RoboCoupe, a strong food processor with a metal blade. Making a flower in chocolate is really nice, but also we want to kind of like bring some volume to it. A good way to do that is to do some little stems out of white chocolate, just to bring some movement and to have the continuity of your curves that you have inside your wedding cake. So right now we have the chocolate is in a form of pastels, and it's pretty hard, right? So that's a pre-tempered chocolate. So we're going to put it a little bit into the food processor. So I would say half a cup or 3 handfuls, up to you. And now we blend it. We need to mix it until it's forming almost like a ball.
So it's just looking kind of ground up.
Yeah.
Nothing's happening yet.
So now we are starting to get, the white chocolate a little bit forming together, getting back together. Now it's getting even more together. So you see, it's starting to get really together right now. So what I like to do is to take a spatula.
Watch your fingers.
So you unstick the chocolate from around. And when you form a ball, it's ready.
Wow. Oh, look at that. It's in a ball.
It's a ball. Be careful to don't over mix it because chocolate is going to start to melt.
Yeah.
For the cake people out there,
yes,
you want to bring this to the same texture as a fondant or gum paste.
Okay. So if I wanted to color this,
I will add some cocoa butter colored. So we have the paste. There's this. So we're gonna just play with it. Yeah, it's firm but soft on the same time. Boom, 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 boom.
What? I didn't know you could juggle.
Juggling. Okay. So now we're going to do some little stems.
Okay.
Okay.
Rolling.
And then I like to use like a cake board just to be consistent on the thickness.
Keeps the heat off your hands too. Yeah.
Exactly. The white chocolate is easier to shape, but it will be more fragile.
Wow, that was easy.
Yeah. Okay. And then you put it on your board.
You're putting that on acrylic so it stays nice and clean.
Yes. Or you can use a plastic sheet pan, as long as something is flat. Voilà. You're making some RoboCoupe.
I think RoboPoop sounds better. Oh, this makes it way easier.
Yeah.
It's good.
Gotta be fast and precise, otherwise the chocolate is gonna start to crack.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you follow the curve.
So could you do like a huge piece with doing this technique?
You can sculpt. You can do like your entire body out of white chocolate. If
really?
You sculpt it. Yes.
Wow.
One day, Liz, we're gonna do a sculpture chocolate together.
Really?
Yes.
You guys let me know in the comments if you want to see Christophe and I do a showpiece together.
All right.
Okay, now what?
Cooler.
Okay, so now what?
We're going to unmold the petals. So we unmold the petals one at a time. Because it's tempered chocolate, the petals will unmold really easily. Now we can unmold the sphere.
Ooh, easy.
Boom, 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 bada boom.
Well, that is like an inch. Ooh, okay, got it. Whew. All right, I'm gonna take a nap.
Now we unmold the our sphere.
So it's better to make extra pieces just in case?
Yes. Okay, so our sphere first. You torch a little bit. Your spatula.
Okay.
You warm up the top of your base and the bottom of your sphere. And then you glue it together.
Wow.
That's it.
And that will hold?
That will hold. It's really, really strong. It's creating a suction between both parts of chocolate.
What's this magic stuff?
And a little bit of cold spray to make it set faster because I want to go to the beach. So let's finish just.
It's beautiful outside. I was looking when we came in. The renovated garden area has just tons of gorgeous flowers. So you take some of the outside beautiful nature and bring it to your cake.
On the top of the wedding cake.
Yes.
Exactly.
I love it.
A lot of inspiration.
This morning I
amazing.
went outside onto the patio. I could see the ocean in the distance.
Do you want to go surfing now? And we come back to the flower later? Come on.
Like for real surfing?
Let's go. Hi, let's go. Come on.
Oh my gosh!
How was it?
Oh, incredible.
Did you enjoy?
Incredible. It's been at least 10 years.
Oh
since
my
I've been
gosh.
I felt like
Wow.
a kid again. So, okay, now we have to actually finish this flower.
Yeah.
Okay.
So right now it's getting too hard, and what I'm going to do is just warm it up a little bit on the bottom. Not too much. You don't want to warm it up too much, but on the outside. So you take the petal one at a time.
Dip. And then attach.
So I want to have this flower to have like the maximum movement. So instead of starting straight, I'm starting on a sideway.
Okay.
Right?
Oh, yeah, I got it. Do you feel like this is tedious or do you enjoy doing these details?
Oh, I love it. And that's actually the most rewarding thing is the assembling part.
Yes.
My preference on these petals, I will use a round and you keep the other side pointy
Yeah.
toward you.
You're so good at just visually spacing.
So sometimes you can have some issues with too much cold spray. So the too much cold into your flower will make your chocolate, even though if it's tempered, setting too fast. So that's something to take in consideration. Sometimes it's good to wait a few seconds until you stick the next petals.
Is it okay to wear gloves?
Yes, you can wear
your
gloves
hands are, like, really
if your
hot.
hands are too hot, especially with the white chocolate. It has tendency to melt faster than the dark chocolate.
I'm noticing you're kind of pre-placing it to see how it looks, and then you dip, and then you place, and then
Yes.
say, okay. So if people want to see more of your work or get in contact with you, they can follow you on Instagram, yeah?
Oh yes, you can always follow me into Christophe Rull Pro and let's connect.
They can tag you and say, look at my chocolate flower.
Because we don't want to see the white chocolate that is being glued. At the end, just dip like
Just the back?
this, like this,
Okay,
right? And then you glue it on the top.
right.
The good thing to start with the bottom row is now you don't need to use the cold spray anymore.
Yeah.
The petals are holding by themselves.
I mean, honestly, you could just keep going and going and going until it was closed if you wanted to.
Yes, totally.
Okay, it's done.
Yeah.
That looks beautiful. Are we going to do something for the center?
Yes, we can do a little texture. You pipe a little bit in the center,
Okay.
and now you take the airbrush and you air blow in the center, but just go start from far away and just bring it down.
Oh, cool.
Then you bring your texture.
That looks so cool.
Okay, now we're gonna create a little base for those little guys. You want to have it like your chocolate needs to be tacky.
It needs to be softer.
Yeah, you want to melt it.
I see. A little bubble in the middle.
Same thing.
Okay.
So you have some material to stick to, you know, tack. Otherwise, I mean, that can slide off.
So is this piece like a stability for this?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So it's like a support, you know. So we're going to have the topper on the top of this beautiful wedding cake.
So we want to think about how it kind of all flows together.
Yes, exactly. And you see some movement over here. So you want the movement continue and come back this way. So I think, you know, this should be put together like this, right? So you can glue, so you dip this inside this.
And stick.
I will continue to put it like this.
Like that?
All right.
Okay.
But maybe a little bit smaller. Tack. Okay, so it has a little browser. So you
dip.
Yeah. Perfect. Lazy.
One more.
Yeah, I think that's nice like that, right?
Nice.
Good, awesome. The flour is gonna go on the front.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna melt both parts.
Okay.
So I'm going to melt these parts.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm going to melt this part over here. And then we glue both pieces together. And then cold spray. And then we're gonna put some makeup on. Final touch.
Okay.
All right, Liz, so to color this flower, we are going to have 2 colors. You need to have your cocoa butter at 29, just to keep the cocoa butter still tempered, which will give the flower a little bit more shinier.
So to melt the cocoa butter, we put ours in a warmer. But if
Yes.
you don't have a warmer, how can you melt it?
You can melt it in a microwave directly. You just bring it to 30 degrees Celsius.
And if it's too hot?
If it's too hot, you can always cool it down with a little water and ice, or you can put it on your plastic wrap and cool down your cocoa butter on a table and put it back into your container. And then use your spray gun. In that case, I'm using the G-Rex. Got it from Chef Rull as well.
And then you have a very large airbrush, any kind of compressor.
Yes.
Strong compressor is going to work. Can I use a
You
regular
can
airbrush?
use a regular airbrush, a smaller airbrush. I'm just using this because it's just faster.
So now that this is at the correct temperature, we can spray.
Yes, so you will start with the yellow and your airbrush, your whole flower and your stem. Really airbrush all around your flower and all the way to the top of the stems.
Yep. And then,
Then you can switch from the yellow to the red. You not necessarily need to clean your airbrush because the red will take over the yellow. Do a little test on the side until you get the red color, and then you just airbrush the way you like it. I like to airbrush around the petals and keep the center yellow while around it will be orange and a little bit of red. If you like to have a little velvety texture, sometimes it's great to use a cold spray. And you just cold spray the petals and then airbrush it right away, and it's going to create this really interesting velvety texture to your flower. When I'm done using the gun, I like to keep it into my warmer. This one is actually a dehydrator from Waring. It's pretty nice. So you can keep it and at the higher temperature, so that keep always your cocoa butter that it's getting trapped into your gun to stay liquid.
and if you don't have a dehydrator, you can warm your gun with a heat gun or a blow dryer.
Yes, but I will recommend to extract all your cocoa butter that you have inside.
So now,
We're going to put it on the top of the cake. Today we are going to use tempered white chocolate, just a little bit. We can also use buttercream.
Okay.
That will really help to keep the showpiece stable. And then we will take the topper and we put it on the top. That's it.
that looks so pretty. It's absolutely beautiful. I really think that this is an awesome tutorial. Huge thanks to the Park Hyatt and Christophe for hosting the Sugar Geek show for this episode. We can't wait to do more with you guys.
Same here, Liz. It's a pleasure.
And we have more to come, so don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit the bell to get notifications, and we will see you guys next week.
On the Sugar Geek Show.
Bye!